Okay guys, so what's up? Welcome back, and we are playing Thaumcraft again. And as you saw by that quick intro, I'm just gonna move out of the way because that's very loud. As you saw, I got now 8 of these set up, and I've done some tests. And for each one to generate a sort of orb thing, it takes I think 8 minutes. Yeah, so I pretty much get one a minute. Oh, it's not exactly one a minute because it's more like 8 every 8 minutes, but it's the equivalent to one a minute, you know. So it's pretty good. I think I like that ratio. It's pretty good. And also, I should point out that I have got a chest in the middle, as you can see. I've also got an iron rune with a diamond symbol in the middle, and what that does is it sucks it in and then places it in the chest. So it's pretty much fully automated, so I don't need to do anything. I just go and pick it up every 8 minutes, and I get loads. I've already got 19 just stored in there, so you know it's pretty efficient system. And as you can see, I have got nothing in these chests anymore. I'm going to keep them there just for effects, just so it fills up the room. The same with these. I might as well keep these here, just in case I need to quickly do something, or if I need to quickly craft something. Although all my items have gone to the storage room, which is in here, which I have neatened up slightly since the last time we were here. And you may notice that this is working, but there are no sort of nodes or fathom things anywhere. And one thing which I found quite surprising and very handy is that this here is actually close enough to be in range with the actual storage room. Because each node, I think it can go 10 blocks. And to give you an idea, this room is 13 blocks long. So it's pretty much to there. From here to here. And I think that's 10 blocks in like a circular radius. So it was 10 blocks from the point. So if it was like, say, here was the point, 10 blocks that way, 10 blocks that way, 10 blocks that way, 10 blocks that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, and that way. So it's quite a long radius. I'm not sure if it's 10 blocks or it could be 5 blocks. I think it may be 10 blocks. But this is in the radius of the actual storage room itself, so I don't need to use any fathom things around it because it's stored in there. Okay, so as you all should hopefully know, that this episode is episode 10 and it is the world download episode. So, pretty much at the end of this episode, you can get the world, and everything I do in this episode will also be included. So, just remember that. But I thought I should give you a slight tour of the storage room just first of all before I do it, like before I send out the world. So, this is where I keep the tools, and right now it's all I have. In here I keep sort of the Fathom stuff or Thumb stuff or V stuff or whatever, and pretty much just all the stuff that's related to the mod. These bottom chests right now have nothing in them. They're just for overload in that chest in case it happens. And here is the misc items. So the items which are a bit weird, sort of like the items as such. Here is redstone stuff. Right now I haven't got loads of redstone. Like I've got loads of redstone as you can see, just not loads of stuff to do with redstone, like pistons and levers and things like that, because I've been basing mostly around Thumb. And here is resources like iron, gold, diamond, stuff like that. And here is food. I'm also quite low on food, so I need to get a farm going soon. I will be here, or soon after this episode. Not too many episodes after it, anyway. Here is the basic blocks, like things like cobblestone and dirt and things like that. And in here is fancy blocks, so things like stone bricks, moss cobblestone, and obsidian. And if you're wondering where I've got so much obsidian from, is because since I need a lot of obsidian to do these, what I've been doing is I've been going into the nether with loads of buckets and just lifting up loads of lava, bringing it back into here and just getting loads of obsidian and then mining out with my diamond pickaxe, which is almost done now. So I've got quite a lot of obsidian, and also, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Do you ever do that? I do it all the time. If you're wondering how this it can like the chest can open, because there's blocks above them. These are stone stairs, but facing backwards, so they're counted as a sort of like non-solid block. So you can open chests through it. It works with glass and other things like glass. But let's get on to what we're going to be doing today, and it's going to be pretty fun. So this is the zombie spawner from, I think it was episode 2 we found it, and I haven't really done anything with it. I've carved out the entire area and I've built myself a little staircase down to it just because it's handy for easy access up and down. But what I want to do is turn this into an XP farm, because as you can tell with loads of new items like the Orchium stuff, Orcalium stuff, tools, they're actually very good, to be honest. I did some more testing off camera as well, and turns out this pickaxe with efficiency 1 is actually faster than diamond itself. So what I'm thinking is maybe it would maybe be quite a good idea if we got a lot of XP and saved up, and maybe got this with Unbreaking 3 and like efficiency like 2 maybe. It'd be almost as good as diamond pickaxe, but with much less like price to it, so we can save the diamond things for other stuff. Although I'm not really sure what else you can use diamond for. Like diamond, you mostly get it for the tools. I'm rambling again. What I want to do is I want to carve out a small sort of home base for us to go to. So let's just do this now. Okay, so that's a basic room for us there, and what we will do right now is get a basic home setup, and by that I mean not a home setup, but like a setup to home. I didn't bring any. I didn't bring any Fathom stuff, so I will still have to go home first though. What? It is collecting Fathom from somewhere. A very, very small amount. I think it may be the quarry. Um, I think just it may possibly just be. No, the quarry's miles away. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's not collecting Fathom and such. Maybe it generates a small hole like that every time. Because if you can see, there's like a very, very, very small thing right there. Maybe that always happens. Flip, I'm hungry. Okay, but that's that main bit set up. And what we need to do is well, we need to start mining this out, and we need to make a XP farm out of it. I'm going to try and add some farm stuff to it, like for example, I don't have any, but I'm going to get some iron symbols and lapis symbols and things like that, and hopefully drag orbs to it, like to a certain point, so that I can easily kill and stuff instead of using water, because I want to make it a bit thummy. I'll try my best anyways. So let's do that now. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a quick update on how the building was going, because I don't want to spend the whole video just kind of just like doing a sped up version of me mining all this out, because that would still take a good like 15 to 20 minutes of video footage even when sped up. So I'm just going to do it in small chunk updates. And what I'm going to do for like in a while is I'm going to put a roof over this, so it's going to be completely dark and it's going to be zombies. And I'm pretty sure I got the measurements right for this. I'm going to do some tests. Ouch. Um, whoops. I'm going to need to find a way to get out of here now. But I'm going to do some tests to see if zombies can survive that fall. I barely survived it, and I think zombies and I have armor on stuff, so I'm hoping they don't, but they may do. So we'll test it out, well, or I'll test it out off camera, then I'll report back to you guys later. Okay, so it's been a while since I have been playing and last checked this. So last count was 19. Let's see how many we have now. We have 22. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. So we're way more than 22. I was wondering how that was working out. Okay, so why'd that not go in? That's weird. It's like refusing to go in. Okay, guys. So as you can see, it is pretty much complete. It still looks very ugly and it's not that practical right now, just because there's some minor glitches with it still which I need to fix. Like for example, they'll sort of get a bit bunged up down there, and also not all of them take damage because some of them land in that water over there. So I'm trying to find ways to fix that, but for now it's we're just gonna have to stick with the bit of weird glitchiness. I can see some of them, and the majority of them do land in that bit where they will take the damage, so hopefully it's not too big of an issue. But it's a very simple thing. What happens, they fall down and they land there, and then I have pistons at the back here which I can activate a lever which will push water, which will push them into this where I can kill them. Okay guys, so I have made a couple of small changes to the farm while I was away from keyboard. If no, no, that didn't make sense. I made a couple of changes and then I went away from keyboard. But what we are going to do is we're going to test it out, and you'll see some of the major changes when you go down here. Really. Oh, and if you're wondering why they were all cooped up in the corner like that, I have a gold rune with an iron symbol. No, yeah, a gold rune with an iron symbol attached. No, a gold symbol with an iron rune attached to it. So the gold rune sucks in the zombies, and the iron symbol increases the radius. And they are held up by a piston. That water's just there so they don't lose any more health, because if they fall the whole thing, they're already at low health, so they'll just die instantly, really. But this releases the piston, so yeah. Okay, so I went up quite a few levels there. I mean, it's not the most amazing mob spawner in the world. It's quite basic, to be fair. But you know, whatever. Also, I did a quick time check, and we are quite a bit through the episode already. So, what I am going to do is, instead of neatening up the base with you guys watching it, which I was going to do in a second part, I'm not sure if I told you that. But I was going to neaten up the base on camera, but this took much longer than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just going to show you the slightly neatened up base on camera while I'm showing you the tour of the base for the world download. That made sense, I think. So let's go do that now. Oh yeah, and also I should just mention, due to reasons with iron symbols and stuff, I had to switch this iron symbol here or I switched the iron symbol there to the gold symbol there. It hasn't actually changed anything. It's just this, this still goes to the sand quarry. It's just I needed to change them for reasons which you'll never understand. Yeah, um, yeah, fun. Let's go do the world tour. So, let's do this world tour, and it's not gonna be brief, but it's going to be sort of sped through a bit because we're sort of running out of time in the episode a bit. We got about 4 minutes to do it, which should be fine. But I just want to say the spawn area is sort of here-ish if you die, and it's not really too hard to miss the house, to be honest. But some people may. Some people may. So the first thing I want to touch on is the fortress, which isn't that hard to touch on. Basically, it's just I call it a fortress, but really it's just a farm. It's really just a V's farm, and I'm not entirely sure what this is again. Like why it sometimes doesn't work, because it's working fine. Like right now, it is during the day though. So I don't know. Maybe you need a note near it, and I think this may supply it sometimes. I don't know. It's weird, but as you can see, you can collect your V's, and you get a lot of it. So I would advise you guys to use those as your main source of thumb, because you get a lot of thumb for not much stuff. But however, if you do run out of thumb and you can't get the teleportation things activated or working, the zombie spawner is just over there, and if you keep on walking in that direction for about 30 seconds, you'll see the sand quarry. So let's go to the actual base itself. You go down these stairs and you enter into this room, which it's a nice room still. I don't use it as much anymore because I've got the other room in there, which like other rooms, which I think is much better to start off the episode with. There's a zombie in there right now, which is a good example of me telling you guys that sometimes mobs do spawn in here, so be careful. Anyway, you can use these. These are just, I don't really use them because they got the storage room. But you just go through this hallway and you come to the portal room and the sort of lab, I guess. I haven't really named it. I sort of will call it a lab. As you can see, in most episodes, really since I got the farm started, which was this episode, now that I'm thinking about it, I've been filled with these. It's because I just can get thumb so easily now. Once you need to build one of those to get so easily thumb. That didn't make sense, that sentence. Anyway, this is the teleportation room, and again, in case teleports have gone down, well, it won't matter for you guys because I only have built these 3 ones here. But if it goes down, you know where these 2 are. But if this one, the storage room, doesn't work, which occasionally it won't work because they have been broken, I will show you where it is. You go through here to the lobby again, and then you go past here. Whoa. And then you go down here, and this room I have neatened up a bit because it looked really messy before, but it's fine now. And you go up here and you get to the storage room, and all the things are labeled and tells you where all the things go. You don't have to follow them if you don't want to. I know I don't always. And apart from that, there isn't really much else. What have I done the last 10 episodes? I don't know. But tell me what you think of these first 10 episodes. Also, if you want, you can send me an image or a video of something you've done in this world, like when you downloaded it, because I think that would be interesting. I'm sure no one would bother doing it, but if you do, it would be much appreciated. And if you send me a video file, I will feature it in the video, and if you send me a picture file, I'll also feature it in the next video if you want me to. But please do. send me one of them. You can send it. You can send videos through YouTube. I know you just have to put them on to Creative Commons. How would you send a picture? Can you send pictures through the personal messaging system? I think you can. But anyway, send a response or to video, or you can even upload a picture, I guess, into a video or something. I don't know. Just do something to uh, show off the world, and I'll put it on. And that's really it. So remember to rate, comment, and subscribe if you liked this video. Also remember to say if you think these last 10 episodes have been enjoyable and you want to see more. I'm not saying I'm not going to do more, I'm obviously doing more, but like if you personally thrive to see more, I highly doubt you will though. Nah, I'm kidding. Loads of people, this is getting a lot of attention this series. Hopefully it'll go quite far. And apart from that, see ya.